go.
Or keep it like
Yeah.
that?
Can you? What do you think?
Hi there.
Mom,
You don't remember us, but we're so thrilled to see you in
Sunny.
Right
now. It's fine.
Good to see you.
It's fine.
You know, you're busy setting up.
I think we got. Hey, anybody? If you're there, I hope you're there. Air Bear. Is it okay if I do it right here?
I'm Lindsay. I think
Oh
probably
my
really
gosh!
this
Yes.
big
I
last time
can't-
we saw each other.
Golly, like yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I know. I'm not saying anything.
Hi. All right, let's back up. Let's make sure we're at a good spot for seeing and hearing everybody, and I think that's good. I don't know if anybody's tuned in. All right, we're good. Let's just leave it like that, okay? And let's step away from it and not be obnoxious around the live stream. It's a monster named Hippie.
Need a water? I'll grab you a water.
Monster named Hippie.
Look at this, babe. People will be able to hear, don't you? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
When you hear it, you're like, okay. Yeah. I tell them it's not really
I just meant you guys. I got it. I just like half of it was long, but it's long enough to... Exactly.
I know,
Eric and Aaron's wedding. Or it was a treehouse wedding.
on the bench, and the other half was on the floor. Because it was stretched out this way.
Someone brings my bed that way.
I'm hanging in here like, the rest of them barely. Yeah. That's me. I can walk. We're still walking.
Yeah.
I'm still walking.
Yeah. Where you
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of energy.
Where are you and where you want to go?
Two
part
The excitement of it. Holy shit. We got my private
But hey,
No, you gotta have a headliner.
yeah. It's a central area. Yeah.
I remember oh, he tells me this all the time.
Yeah.
Hit the boat. Take the boat. It's not a place that I want to use, but it makes it very easy to get.
Yeah. No, that's true. You're not wearing
Good time of the year of all these ball games.
Oh, nice. So, yeah. That's, I mean, yeah. You know, it's
You know we're looking for I'm a Boston girl.
We do that all day. We're going to be down to the
I can't wear
You can.
Oh, yeah.
It is pleasant.
Wow. We're going to that old, right?
You were to have fun, but you saw it right there. It's hot, so you can be outside.
I knew I did.
I like your shorts in honor of Ralph. He always has
I couldn't go on it. I had to stay in the truck on one job. And I do have a couple pairs. You know, but it's really long. Short. I had to stay in the truck. So Ralph had to get carried out there. I got to get there and walk.
real easy. Yeah. Be like, okay, you've been here a while. Time to go.
That's where I learned it.
Well, there's been a line the whole time you were standing over there.
When you live
And you said you're in San Marco? Yes.
Yes.
No, it's super long, which is nice. Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
So there are condos. I don't know how far.
I thought it was cold, really, really windy. It's not.
Yeah. Well, the ones on like the river, there's the tall condo building down by the river. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying. But that's like the yellow. Yeah.
They came back here.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. They're pretty. Hey,
come with you.
Be good.
That's what I was going to That's
Yeah.
what
It's a really
I'll get in trouble for Ralph.
Heck
I think it's what they call it. kayak down the street.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She work around the course. They gotta get work
Mhm,
somehow.
mhm. Yeah.
I have to work for the day.
Yeah, ever since they put Publix in there, like,
Oh,
ever
yeah.
since the Publix opened, it's just been, even growing.
He was like 19.
Well, so they took out a bunch of like the old Baptist church complexes there and put several new apartment
Yeah,
condo
because like
buildings
at
in
some
there.
point you run out of.
And then there's a new,
You had
I
to
don't know if it's apartments or condos over near where
Yeah,
pizza is,
yeah.
the sidecar and pizza.
I like that. I like Hardwood.
Yeah, Hardwood.
Yeah.
Near
Right by
Hardwood. Yeah, right by Sidecar.
Yeah.
Sidecar pizza directly north of that. They just it just opened, or they just recently started letting people in.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, so but yeah, we just like being able to walk to like multiple restaurants, multiple bars, to multiple grocers because we have Publix, and then we have like a little Heinz butcher, which is a little grocery store.
Yeah.
Just lots of small things.
You go?
Yeah, it's too far away. Yeah. Critical Yes. Yes. Those, I don't have necessarily the flip flop, obsession, but I don't wear shoes very often.
It should be nice to actually go back to that.
I was to say I am usually in my house, and I don't wear shoes in my house. So I usually don't wear shoes.
Go get the mail. Have it.
No, yeah.
So walk outside. To actually get some sun. Get out much.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. And my husband gets home from work.
Exactly. We've broken them in very well.
Yeah.
Oh, that also? Wow, okay.
I was expecting you.
Yeah.
So
Support. I was like, I have to pay attention to my ankles?
yeah.
Walking is a whole new
Yeah,
experience.
I love
Let's see
it.
where
Just like
Not great timing. Not great timing. Yeah.
after that, I was so conscious.
Yeah, you messed up once.
Better than 2 days.
Yeah.
Hobbling down the aisle. Rolled me down the aisle. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great ankle support in rollerblades. Let's be real. Exactly. Shove you down. You just stand like this and have them push you on. Yeah.
You were around that area yet? You were even here yet? You're right. You were. You were
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone would just have to catch you.
Exactly. Well, that's what your group's for. Yeah, he catches you.
Everybody at the shoes and just everyone was fine in the summertime.
I was thinking somewhere.
He was keeping the pace.
I met one of your mom's friends.
There's a
We were out on the date after
Not
that.
very much, because I
Yeah,
have
a lot
a
of things just like, oh,
second jacket by night.
We were all dancing up there on the porch.
Cody.
Just watch her birds.
Sunglasses.
So
We have to hold it out.
Yeah,
We're good.
I don't know if I could do walk.
Yeah.
Realize I watched her.
Right, Daddy's over there. Yeah.
Good. How you been, man?
He does like that kind
Very upset.
That's
All
it.
around.
Yeah.
Really strange.
You never know.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah. You know, I pulled up some pictures from my phone. I had all my early '90s. We're at the ball game and all that. I got some real good ones.
Oh, he's 75.
I had a restaurant at my birthday. It was Vito.
Sweet.
Rain Man.
No, Rain Man.
Come on, stop.
Yeah, it was like.
You're okay. You're okay. You are. You're not.
Yeah, 34.
Just like that.
Older brother. Yeah, I've never seen a baby in the bathroom. You guys are checking.
Is it really
It's cool, right?
It's freaking elaborate. I don't know.
I haven't even gone in yet.
It's the most elaborate thing I've ever seen. The big saw Eric. He's like, what do you think about the website? I'm like, my mom was born us, but I got
Yeah,
It's the same one they use for their wedding.
pretty much.
why didn't you go back to make your way?
Oh, yes. I'm pretty sure it's
They have a bathroom with 3 40-foot stalls.
yeah.
And then it has QR code. And it's got the real soapy water.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
It's a lot.
It's
But, you know, he loves music, so you know what I mean?
that was really good.
Yeah.
So was he sick?
Cancer several times over the last 4 years. Last week, last 8 hours, the doctor was at training. Not that's what it was. Not yeah, it's like a heart event, basically. Something happens with your heart, your blood, your veins. Kind of makes your heart not be able to work the way it's supposed to. If it goes untreated long enough, it results in death a lot of times, which sucks.
I love the treehouse sticker. Did you get a treehouse sticker?
Oh yeah, I got one. It's in
I
my pocket.
I had to ask Eric, I'm like, tell me what this means. I mean, I knew about the treehouse
Oh yeah,
party,
I'm
but
sure you're gonna hear all about it today.
I didn't. I was like, now what's the number? And he's like, that's his birthday. I'm like, that's so.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like the month of April.
We got plenty of them on maybe.
30th. However you figure that out.
62, 52.
Yeah. This is probably the volleyball sport.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Aaron.
It's here. We're gonna do it after we talk.
That was a good game.
Here, come over this way. Sorry, the live stream thing is right now. Sorry, June, the live stream thing is right there. And I was like, I don't want to be right. I didn't think that would be
It's alive? Oh.
What's live mean?
It means it's the live stream. If anybody's watching. So if anybody's watching the live stream, if you go stand in front of it, they'll see you.
As a matter of fact, I saw them around.
So like if say if Aunt Debbie was at her house, she turned on the live stream with this, she would see everything that the camera shows.
Yeah, I mean, we do it.
So are you starting to do another show or are you taking a break?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same guy.
That's my only identifying feature. It used to be that thing stand, but now I don't have to carry around.
Hey.
100 million years. This is my friend Scott. I had some pictures, and I found the pictures.
Well, there I am. Hello. Ah, there I am. This must be for the live broadcast.
Yeah,
it's literally live right
Well,
now.
let me fix my hair.
This is nice.
Thank you. I made all of that.
Did you?
Yeah, you're supposed to take one. They're all over the table.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Because if you're all like me, you know the phone books. Ralph was always in the phone book. It's just Ralph. You
Yeah.
had to look in the J's to find his phone number.
I love it. Well, I'll leave that one there.
Well, pick one for sure. Take one.
That's really cute.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like them. Woohoo! Did you get your kitty cat ornament? That I painted you, the cat? There was a flamingo for your grandmother, and a cat for you, and a Buckeye one for your dad, and then your mom got the joy. Yeah.
How did you do that? Is that paint?
That's painted on with acrylic Posca paints, and then I spray it with a protective clear coat on it.
So cool.
Thank you. We
I've
have
never
a
seen anything like
Facebook group that paint. You know how people paint rocks and hide them?
Yeah.
Well, we started one for shells on Sanibel Island, which is one of the great shelling destinations in the country. And so I paint about 100 shells a month and mail them down there.
Oh,
But for this, I said I got to do some shells for Ralph.
that was very awesome.
I have
I
one.
like how they did the treehouse.
Isn't
too.
that
That
wonderful?
was really cool.
And this is his year of birth.
Yeah. I had that.
I thought it was today because of the 30. So I
had to
got
ask
corrected.
Eric. I was like, Eric, come on. tell me
Explain
what the
it.
dates are.
Explain it to us. Yeah. Huh? Okay. You don't want to, or you do? Well, take one. Okay. Thank you, Miss Polite. You're so polite. Which seat's best? I need a seat.
That was a good day.
Yeah, that was fun, right? You remember that?
Yeah, that's been a minute. When you come here, you start remembering.
They're all over the table.
But I've always gone back. And now I'm back in on the day.
How was it?
Wow. Like a rock star.
Mickey Lee over there.
And I would think Richard, they just letters to all the stuff.
I know it is good to see everybody.
Linda, Linda Arch. Yeah, good. Arch.
No, but they've done that many times.
He always said, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't talk to you. He always had you say what he said. I go, you met something? He goes, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't talk to you. What's up, Bob? They go, man. Parents are here too. Cheryl. Yeah, that's good.
The best is you've got a place to keep it forever.
We need to set up the bar. We got enough people here. We need to set up the bar.
I know they found them.
I told her we're pulling in.
Yeah.
Set up the bar. Yeah, we set up the volleyball there. We got enough people here. We play all the time. The young people against the 40s, and after that, we started running out of young people. They got older.
I did. No, you're not.
I used to go and have one of those markets where you buy set this stuff up. And I was
That break pay. Chip Miller, Asian Coco. I was 9. I don't remember. I remember she had the sequence.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna get going in a few minutes. We just wanted to let you know you're in the right place, and we love you all for being here. Jack, we see you there, Jack in Ireland. Feel free to type in a note. We love you, Jack.
Debbie Charity. Thank you so much. Hello, Bob. I had it Thanksgiving. I couldn't Thanksgiving Day while I was over there sitting my face. Yeah, good seeing you again, bro. You over there, you was busy. Well, I told Derek, I said, if this yard could talk. Got us all put in jail. One time at band camp. I should have started off right there. I just write down which one. Which one you picked? Probably did it.
9 o'clock.
Look,
What's up, BJ?
How you doing, bro?
Nice to see you, man.
How you doing?
Really, really well. Here, tuck one of these in here. Pocket I have. All right. Little picture of him with his little catchphrase. Yeah. Yeah.
Good old bus. I'm gonna write down the memory book.
Yeah, that's what we were about to do.
Just pick one. Yeah, you pick.
Yeah, Eric's like, you want to share? I'm like,
Yeah, I'll share. I don't know what I'll share yet.
I haven't shared.
We got 1,000 stories.
Casey said they bigger men got you out California.
Oh my God!
He's a West Coaster now. Is he?
Yeah. Got one of those. Him. Little name on the back. Yeah.
Wrong color, but you know.
Oh, I know. But if I could kill you to order those colors.
Should have been black and gold.
I got it.
So it looks like gator color there.
That's why I did it
Yeah.
for gator colors.
I'm not prejudiced by it. I mean, I'm down for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey everybody, we're going to get started in about 2 or 3 minutes. So if we can kind of start to mosey over this away, that would be great. Thank you so much for being here today.
How do you mosey? I quit watching Rawhide. I don't know how to mosey no more.
Yeah, you're gonna sing.
They get you a
You're gonna
passport.
sing.
I'm
gonna sit next to you. Over here.
Bring plywood out here?
I just needed out right there. I was.
Yeah, I know it's soft out here, man.
Yeah, let's get down there.
Where did Ann go?
I'm not gone.
Here it comes. Got the drop on you.
I'm a father. No, I'm a grandfather.
I was thinking about it.
You use it right here.
You're good.
No.
Oh, I got
Hey, good to see you.
I got a present.
Cody.
Cody, how can I forget that? It's only been like 10, 15 years. Oh, it's been a long time. I see it at family functions.
That's
probably
right.
say the same thing.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you again.
there.
Remember Dan?
Cody. Cody.
Great game.
Oh, well, I'm a Gator fan and a Jacks fan, so Trevor jersey is a gift from Derek.
Yeah.
I was told to wear football attire today. So
Yeah.
I'm a football attire. Usually I'd have on a Jack shirt. No, I don't really follow Clemson too much.
Well, you know,
I heard it was a good game.
It was a good game. I didn't see it either. I just read that what it was all about. And it was like the league changed like 5 times in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That had to be something.
I was working yesterday, but I was talking to my buddy Derek, and he was telling me about it. So. Please have a seat.
Oh, well, you go sit.
That's my chair.
I want to sit next to my girlfriend.
Well,
You go sit down too?
grab another chair, somebody. As many as he can find. And especially at your age now, you're a dirty old man. I know you.
I know you too. How do you, young lady? Oh, doing good? Still kicking.
I'm not kicking quite as hard.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Haley. That's Tony's young. This is Chris and Debbie's brother. They belong to Derek.
My, how time goes by. I'm feeling it.
I see somebody I haven't spoken to. I need to go.
You're not looking very good for the spot. I know.
Yep. Got it in my back pocket. Between me and her.
Yeah. In the kitchen at the
Kind of flipped each other around.
Yeah, Ralph Martin.
I'm sitting here. She's supposed to lay down an extra.
Okay. Well, here, Donna.
Huh? No, he just got up.
Well, we'll get another chair. Let me do that.
Next time I see Chris, I'm gonna get it done. Isn't that a great picture? I was up in New York.
I go by every day.
I don't know where it was at, or I just know it was New York. Yeah, Martin. But I've been carrying that around. Like I said, I gotta use your number. Yeah, you gotta keep in touch. I don't know if you have a new number or I lost your old one. No, I'm in Crescent Beach. Yeah, I'm about an hour and a half. No, I moved from there. I actually moved a mile down the road. Not on the canal anymore. So how you been? What have you been up to? Yeah. I got
She likes it.
I've been out here on yeah, like I said, unfortunately, yeah, I did. I was going to come up and work. I got to work at 7 o'clock. Well, I didn't think it was the last one. As a matter of fact, I was walking around that Sunday night, making plans to tailgate while the game. I got the Tennessee game. Because I know he's been like doing what I've been doing. Selling and taking a bunch of that. I know. I know there was a time we went to every game. As a matter of fact, you remember what you were actually around the together. I know, all right.
You just said it in my. Well, nobody's gonna sit that close to you.
Yeah, with people. Yeah.
All right. How is everybody? I'll be your entertainment for this afternoon. Mom would like to ask everybody to please silence your cell phones. Don't want to ruin my beautiful speech with a cell phone ringing. Anyway, if you didn't sign the book when you came in, please make it a point to sign the book. We really want to know everybody showed up. Wow, very big crowd. Okay. And the memory table, please walk through it. Okay, yeah. When you sit down at the memory table and write a novel. Anyway, a small word of prayer, and then we're going to get started with everything. Lord, thank you so much for getting us all here together today, getting us here safely. Father, we just watch. You ask that you watch over this ceremony and bless us. And we hope Pop is. We pray that Pop is up there having a great time with you. And we love you with all our hearts. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Hi, welcome. Really good to see everybody despite the circumstances. We appreciate the support. We're going to kind of push the pedal to the, wait, sorry. Yeah, that one. We're gonna speed the crap up here and we're gonna jump right in. Can I bring Clyde up? I can't see him. I don't know where he is. Here he is. We're gonna start. Our hope, Clyde's gonna lead off with a few words, and our hope is that everybody will join in that wants to share something. And for those of you that don't like to talk, that's what the table's for. And we love you all for being here.
Hi everyone. My name's Clyde Turner. If you don't know me, a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. Sometimes I don't know myself, but beside the point. Ralph and I have been friends for probably 50 years. He was like a brother, and I'm, really sad he left us too early. But I'm here to tell some stories about Ralph. I was told to keep him clean, so. I had some written stuff, but I lost it. So, like Ralph said, just wing it. So I'm gonna wing it. Now this story of Ralph, it said here I met him at UNF, which I really didn't. Ralph and I met when we worked in the state of Florida. We were wound up being union organizers, believe it or not. Ralph was the local president mainly because it was only him in the union. He pulled me in, and we started driving all over North Florida, all these little towns, getting the state workers signed up, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of adventures, and through that I got to know him. And when I worked for the state, I worked on Art Museum Drive right off of Beach Boulevard, and Ralph was living down the street, and he was a tax auditor for the state. So when he went out on an assignment, sometimes he'd stop by the office to see me, and he had this AMX souped-up car. He would drive into the parking lot, and it was a long building with these big windows, and our supervisor, Mr. Wilsey, had all these plants in the windows, and Ralph would pull up there, and he'd just be slamming that car, and it would be backfiring, doing all kinds of stuff, and he'd jump out. He'd come in the office to give me some union material, and our boss would say, "Who is that guy?" And he was just like frazzled, and Ralph would come in, and I introduced him, and I thought he was going to call the cops on him, but he didn't. And they actually wound up being pretty good friends. And one day, Ralph, I got back to the office, and Ralph was in there talking to him, and when he came out, I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I was showing Mr. Wilsey how he can improve his yield on his plants." And I'm like, "Oh no." So sure enough, about a month later, Mr. Wilsey comes out of his office, and he's got a handful of weeds that he pulled out of his plants. Only they weren't those kind of weeds. So I said, "Oh, what are you doing with those?" He goes, "When's your friend Ralph going to come by? I need to talk to him about my plants. They got all these weeds growing in them." So I go, "Oh no." He threw them in the trash. As soon as he left, somehow they disappeared. And another time, Ralph, I was out in the field dealing with these delinquent kids. I came back and I asked the receptionist, "I have any messages?" And she goes, "Yeah." She said, "This guy came in," and I said, "Well, who was he?" He says, "His name is Fred Garvin." I go, "Who?" He goes, "Fred Garvin." I go, "Did he say anything?" He says, "No, he had this envelope, and he had a business card, and the business card said Fred Garvin." Well, luckily, she didn't look on the back, because the back said Fred Garvin, male prostitute. And do you remember Fred Garvin from Saturday Night Live, 1979, episode 4? That was Ralph's thing. He actually had business cards made up. He would hand them out. On the back side of it was male prostitute, and then he had a list of his specialties. And he had a card, and I went to my office and I opened it up. It happened to be my birthday. I had just turned 30. And Ralph wrote on the card, "Clyde, we'll have a good time tonight. I've got everything all lined up." But he never signed his name. He said Fred Garvin. And he left me a little box about that big. And the girls in the office found out it was my birthday, so before I got there, they went out and got cupcakes and stuff. Of course, I love cupcakes. But then I got this little package, and I was afraid to open it, thinking, "Uh-oh, what's in the package?" They all wanted to know. I said, "I got to go somewhere." But I went out got in my car, I opened it up, and it was a gold-plated time clip with ASME, American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees, which was the union that we had been organizing. And I didn't even. Another time, Ralph was always doing pranks. And if you knew Ralph, you knew he had this just teeth smile like this. You know, he would smile, and he had a twinkle in his eye, and he would just, when you met him and you didn't know him, you felt like he was your brother, or you knew him forever. And I saw him use that smile and that look, just disarm people that were, had some kind of negative vibes towards him. And last story, this is funny too. At Art Museum Drive, there was the solar building. Any of you remember that? It had solar panels on it. This is back in the late 70s. Well, HRS moved our offices down to that building, and I had a private office. And Ralph at the time, I can't remember if he had bought this house or he was still on Atlantic Boulevard, but he had a bunch of chickens, and he had this rooster. Big old nasty rooster. He was nasty. Huh? F. Scott? I thought it was Dago Red. That's what I thought it was Dago Red. Ralph called it was F. Scott.
Dago Red 69.
It was Dago Red.
Yeah.
That was his.
Okay, that must have been the other one. That was Dago Red. He was nasty. I was out there one day. Ralph says, "Help me get that damn rooster." So he got the rooster, he gave him to me. I'm holding him in one hand. I got two hands on him like this. Ralph gets out his Polaroid camera and takes a picture of me holding this rooster, right? So about a week later, I'm sitting in my office with some people. And, the girl that delivered the mail would flirt with me. So she comes up, she goes, "Hey, Clyde, I got some mail for you." I go, "Okay." She goes, "Who's Dago Red?" And I was like, "Huh?" He took that picture, turned it into a postcard, and he's got me holding this rooster. On the other side, he writes, "Dear Clyde, I know it's your birthday again. I know you want. Here you are with your cock in your hand." I was like, oh. Everybody was just laughing. I turned red. And so she's going, "Oh, and what's this cock thing?" And I really didn't know what to say. He was always, Ralph was always doing stuff like that. So when I think of him, I have to laugh. And he was just a very unique, eccentric, you name it, kind of person. And I remember when he bought this house, Kathy did the closing for him. And what was it he did? He messed up the documents to get a date with you? Well, he told me it was okay, whatever. He wanted a date with you. Okay. Okay. Well, Ralph wanted a date with you. He got it. The rest is history. He was in love because he brought you as his date to Maurice's wedding. Remember that? Oh, yeah. Oh, that was fun. Who was the first one to get naked in the pool? And I think I've talked enough. Like I said, Ralph is like a brother to me, and I will always remember him. And when I do, it makes me smile and makes me laugh. So who's next? Woo! One other thing. I was his best man. Ralph was my best man. I was this young lady here who Anne Margaret set me up with. I mean, false pretenses.
So for those that you don't know me, I'm Debbie Turner, and I'm Clyde's wife. And I was just going to tell you a little bit about how I came into this family. Back 500 million years ago, seems like that, it wasn't. And I worked with Ann Margaret, and we worked at Templeton Funds. And she came up to me one day and she said, I know this really nice guy. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. And she said, no, he really is a nice guy. So Clyde and I went on a date and fell in love. And Ralph was our best man. And the night we got married, so I'm going to add a little bit of the family because I want the family to know how much you mean to Clyde and I. And all because of Ralph. So my darling Joseph, after the wedding, Joseph decides at 3:00 in the morning, even though my husband and I are on our honeymoon, that he's going to stop with some McDonald's hamburgers and come and sit on our bed. And we enjoyed hamburgers with Joseph the very first night we were married.
Ralph put him up to it.
There you go, hippie. The night before we got married, you all know how much Ralphie loved fireworks. So we were staying at this really nice resort on the beach, and we're out on the balcony, and they start letting fireworks go off the balcony, which wouldn't have been a big deal except for, I guess the police didn't find it interesting, or that we should be doing it. So the next thing we know, the first time the police come, no, hotel security, and they're knocking on the door. Were you all letting off fireworks? No, I wasn't. I had nothing to do with it. Where did you see fireworks? So 10 minutes later, Ralphie's back out there again, letting off all these damn fireworks from the balcony. So 20 minutes later, the police show up this time. Were you all letting fireworks off on the balcony? No, sir, we did not let fireworks off on the balcony. Police left, and we looked at Ralph. We said, do not let those fireworks off one more time on the balcony, or we will not be getting married tomorrow. Ralph looks at me, cigar in hand, he goes, one more time. So the fireworks go off, and we are just laughing and laughing, and I'm thinking to myself, what the heck crazy family did I get myself in? So when we met Ann Margaret and we became close with Ann Margaret's son Richard, who at the time we knew him when he was little, but hadn't seen him for a long time. And this is a tough crowd. If you talk to most of these people, I have the perfect colors, and the other people do not, but they seem to outweigh the people with the right colors. So Richard was always an FSU fan, and Richard would come to events, and Richard fell in love with Barb, and he and Barb got married, and they had their 2 children. And then there was Eric, who was just a little spit of a thing, and Eric is very stubborn. He kind of is a stubborn, cute little dude. And Ann Margaret would take him to the rodeo, and she took my son. Ann Margaret doesn't remember that. And to watch Eric grow up and see him turn into the wonderful man that he is. He went to school, got his doctorate, and he was always someone that you could talk to. And his first trip to the liquor store that I'm aware of was with me. And he didn't have his license. And remember, we had to go to the liquor store. And so I let him drive to the liquor store. And then we were here when he married Erin. And I remember doing events, and Eric would come. He was living in New York, and I'd be in New York. Erin was pregnant with Kat, and now we have Kat. And then Ricky was a young teenager when I remember Ricky, and he ended up marrying Shay, and they had their 3 children. And Ricky and Shay and his children come down and visit us in St. Pete. So then there's Kathy. Kathy was my little Seminole. It was tough with all the Gators, and Kathy and I were so proud of our Seminoles, and we hung out together, and we would talk almost every Saturday morning. She'd go shopping without me, or I'd go shopping, and one of us would always buy something FSU for the other. And it was a great treat because when we got together, there was a prize and a present. So that's how I became a part of the family. And then I can't remember how I met Mary Ellen, but I do. Joseph. And Mary Ellen used to live right outside Tallahassee, this beautiful house on the river. And we would go and party with Mary Ellen at the river. So it's become a big family for Clyde and I. But the story about Ralph that I cherish, that I keep close to me, Ralph has texted me every single Saturday.
Yeah, I know you do. Like for next years. Yeah.
For probably 5 years to talk about football. And the week before he passed, he didn't text me. And I said to Clyde, Ralphie didn't text me. Why didn't he text me? He always does. And so for me, I was so selfish. I would say to Clyde, he's texting me and not you. And now Ralph and I are friends that don't include just you, because I always felt like it was the guys. And Ralph said, Debbie, we're going to play golf. And we planned on playing golf. And it was just going to be he and I. And then he said, I want Jonesy to play and Wayne. And I told Ralph I couldn't play because Wayne and Jonesy would really hate it because I suck so bad. And now I've lost that chance to do that with Ralphie. And he's the only man I knew that listened to Christmas music all year round. It was Christmas music, Christmas movies, and the other thing that we had in common was pumpkin spice. Ralph would text me and say, is pumpkin spice in your store yet? Do you have pumpkin spice creamer yet? Where can I get my creamer? And the other day I was at Publix and they now have pumpkin spice whipped cream. And I pulled my phone out and I was like, oh, I got to tell Ralph you were going to get the pumpkin spice whipped cream. And I couldn't call him. So don't not do something now. Do whatever, no matter how good you are at it or how bad you are at it. But do it with someone that loves you and you love them back. Do it for Ralphie, because when I think about things I didn't do, like, why didn't I text him the week before and say, why didn't you text me? What's going on? Why didn't I go out and play golf with Jonesy and Wade? Even if I did suck, so what? They'd probably be smoking and I'd be straight and they'd be worse than me. So why didn't I do that? And cherish those moments, because Ralph was never sad. No matter how sick he was always happy. You would never know. So keep those memories. Do everything you can with everybody you can, because you never know what's going to happen. And my blessing, I'm wearing them today. These are blessing me. And I'm wearing them because I am so blessed to have Kathy, Eric, Ricky, Eric, all of you in my family. And I love you, Ann Margaret, because without you, it wouldn't be us. I love you all.
I'm the one who delivered the hamburgers. I was thinking about 1,000 different stories, but it's like that. But I remember when he got his house, it couldn't have been 1970. And you guys were 2. And he had my nephew, Margaret's, who was like a big brother. He passed about 2.5 years ago. And he had us over for the summertime for 2.5, 3 weeks. And we built a treehouse, which became the treehouse party. By the time it all ended up, we had more paint on us than it was actually on the treehouse. But I just remember the tender moments actually spending time with him. I mean, my cousin was 11, I was 10, and he has us out here, and he's got a piece of wood, and we're chopping chickens' heads off. And the mental therapy from that is so resounding. It's so crazy, because he'd be like, Okay, hit it right across the neck. And then he let it go. Freaking just start running around without heads on. And Rick was there. You were like this, man. Yeah. Yeah. But it was just, he was always into it 100%. Whatever he did, he just, and you might be freaked out, and he had this calming effect. And, you know, some of it was other things that might have helped him be a little calm. But he's just like, let it roll. Let it roll. It's all good. Never out of control. But he just had this way, just like Clyde said, of making somebody feel comfortable, making them feel good inside their skin. Because he always felt good inside his skin. And I just love him for that. I mean, that was the first party I ever went to. He put me to bed after some voodoo girl in a tube top. I remember my cousin and I got her. She was really pretty, at least from what I remember. Was serving us beers at the keg. So we got inebriated and went up and we peed on somebody's motorcycle. And he goes, bedtime mess. But not in a mean way. But one funny thing I'll share in addition, and then I'll let Sharon share, is his wedding at the Elks Club downtown. He just, like you said, he had a way of always kind of bringing some humor. And I remember this still when I was a kid. He got down to take their vows, and on the back of his shoes, everybody looks down and it says, "Help save me." And I don't think you had a clue at the time.
You have no idea. It was so quiet. And then everybody.
Yes, we did.
Very scared.
He had a big heart. He loved his wife so much. He loved his kids, his family, and all of you. And that's why you're all here. Here's you out.
Help y'all lady out.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sharon Brown, and does that help? Okay. And Ralph and I were like brother and sister. I got into this mess because of her, Mary Ellen. We rented an apartment, and we had no heat. And we called the guy, and he said, "Put a blanket on the bed." I said, "I'm going to see Mary Ellen." So Mary Ellen came up, we started talking, and next thing you know, I'm taking care of this one. And he's 2. And he didn't know how to pee in a toilet. So I had a little boat. And I said, "Joe," I said, "pee in the toilet and hit the boat and sink the boat." It worked. But I also he had training pants, and he just went through 900 pair a day. And I said, "I'm tired of this." I said, "Next time you wet your pants, you're not putting any on." He ran around the house naked, but he liked it. So, probably does to this day. But I met Mary Ellen, and she was a wonderful, wonderful person. And she took me one day over to her mother's house. And there was Buster. And Buster had this habit, he wore shorts all the time. And there was always a hole somewhere. So we walk in and she goes, "Buster, I want you to meet Sharon. This is a friend of mine." And Buster is sitting, a leg cocked up like this on the coffee table. And I said, she said, "Buster, this is Sharon. Sharon, this is Buster." And I said, "Nice to meet you and your little friend." And he went, "Oh, Luigi!" I took it
stride. He took it in stride. They're the only one to die. And it was so funny. So it was, he was a wonderful guy. He had a friend of mine that was my best friend. She passed away a couple years ago. And she lived in Myrtle Beach. So we were supposed to go, I was supposed to go pick her up. She wanted me to take a bus. I said, I ain't taking a bus. I don't fly. Buster was coming down here to register. And I said, I'll pay your gas money from here to Jacksonville if you'll drop me off by Myrtle Beach. And he said, okay. So we get in the car, and I told him, I said, don't take any of that stuff with you, because I don't want to get stopped by police and I don't want to go to jail. He said, okay. So we're in the car. Midnight, he picks me up, because he drives better at night. So midnight, he picks me up, and we're on our way. And he had used half of it on the way over, which I didn't know. And it was laying in the ashtray, the other half. So I was asleep. So he thought, well, it'd be okay. She'll never know. He reaches in the ashtray. And I didn't know. All this time, he had a scuba diving tank in the back with a bottom on it where he kept his stuff. So we made it to South Carolina. And his mother made me promise that I wouldn't let him go without a good night's sleep. Well, we didn't really sleep. We kind of smoked a lot of stuff. And it was the first time I'd ever done it. I said, this stuff ain't good nothing. So, but anyway, so he was always fun to be around. He was a great guy. I loved him to death. He was like a brother to me. And Kathy, the first time I ever met her, I walked into the house and she made me feel like it was my home and she was a guest. She's always been that way. She's the best hostess in the world. And she and Ralph were the best two people next to Eric. But Kathy and Buster were just made for each other. So I'm going to miss him. And I hope you and Luigi are fine. Anyway, somebody else come up here and take it over because I just can't hold the tears.
Hi, I'm Nina Brown. I'm not any good at this extemporaneous talking. So
How high are you?
Bear with me. Music was Ralph's language, words are mine. So I first met Ralph in 1985, 38 years ago. And I could relate to him because we were both transplants to Jacksonville. And I next discovered he had a fabulous wife who would become a treasured friend. When we moved to Heckscher Drive, Ralph and Kathy were a godsend to me. Having good friends living down the street made life all the better. When I began to reflect on my memories of Ralph, I found it rather daunting to remember how many years and memories there were. The first one that came to mind was the time when Ralph was redoing the roof of Crawdaddy's, a restaurant on the south bank of downtown Jacksonville. And he came to me and he asked me if I could draw him a picture of a crawdad. So I did. Then he explained what he wanted to do. I ended up tied to a safety line on the roof, reproducing the drawing on a large scale. He then went over the drawing with acid, etching the image onto the roof. There was never a dull moment with Ralph. They've already mentioned how much Ralph loved fireworks. He used to wake us up on treehouse party days when he'd be driving home from some early morning errand, and he would throw a barrage of firecrackers into our driveway. We'd think, howdy, Ralph, see you later. And we'll never forget the party with the warring fireworks where Ralph was shooting them off his firework and Ricky B was shooting them back. It was crazy. Ralph didn't stand on ceremony, but he was always thinking about his friends. Over the years, he would present a gift out of the blue, often something he found at a flea market, and he knew it'd be perfect for a friend. That's how I got my UGA football. Anyway, we could always count on Ralph to help out. The time I had car trouble and my husband was out of town, I didn't panic. I just called Ralph. If we went out of town and wanted the mail brought in, we just called Ralph. And whenever we wanted a girls' night in, Ralph accommodated us and went somewhere else. My family has fond memories of scalloping and steam hatching. How did we learn about it? Ralph and Kathy. No one else in my life has consistently hosted a wonderful annual party like Ralph and the Treehouse Party. So many good friends gathered, just like this, we could always count on a great time.
Sorry.
Ralph not only had a great number of friends, he brought them together. He was the connective glue. To me, Ralph had remarkable social skills. He was a genius as a people person. I try often to be like Ralph in that regard. I fail regularly, but at least I had his shining example to try to copy. Like Will Rogers, Ralph didn't ever seem to meet anyone he didn't like. I'd like to close with two quotes that resonate with me when I think of this loss. Hunter S. Thompson said, "Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in an attractive and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways, chocolate and wine in one hand, body thoroughly used up, totally worn out and screaming, 'Woo-hoo, what a ride!'" Ralph did that. And because he loved to watch the Suns games with friends, I changed the last line from Casey at the bat. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no doubt, for dear Ralph has just stepped out.
Yeah, how do you follow that?
Anybody got anything to say?
Run faster, Ron.
Anybody? Mary Ellen? Ron's coming. Here comes Ron. Everybody doing okay? It's totally okay if you go get a drink or use that magnificent porta potty that my mother arranged.
It plays music when you go in, so it's delightful entertainment.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Talk a little bit about our friend and our brother, Buster, Ralph, DeCicco. I've known Ralph for 50 years. Most of us. We've seen things come and go. We did things that we shouldn't have done and things that we didn't do, we should have done. So, when Ralph lived in this little frame house on Atlantic Boulevard, over there, where he raised the chickens. Anyway, my buddy Nick, that I've known longer than Ralph, said, "You got to come over here and meet this guy." He said, "He is nuts." I said, "What is he? Is he crazy or what?" He goes, "I go, no, he's just unique." So we never met him. I had to go to oh, right there we go. I'm sorry. Boys in the band, yeah, we're tiptoeing this year. But anyway, I got back from Oklahoma and I told Nick, I said, "You're right." So we went over to this other matter. It was a regular deal when Saturday Night Live was just getting started. Every Saturday night we were at Ralph's house.
we would get to drinking this and whatever else, you know. And what happened is Ralph's never sits still. He's come to find something to do. So one particular night he goes, what can we do? We've got plenty of whiskey. We're too drunk to drive. Beach ball. He gets this beach ball out and there's about 15 of us in that. We start playing beach ball. It hits it, you drop it through the ground. My God, most of the girls went home late, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Here comes Ralph. It turned out to be a blow dart gun. And Ralph had like 10,000 bamboo in his yard. So you got these big giant cockroaches. And we would take turns. Just nutty stuff. Clyde had a Halloween party one year. Still had his chickens. Ralph comes walking in the door. Looks like Mahatma Gandhi. I said, what are you supposed to be? He goes, it's a toga. I said, no, it's not. It's a manual document. He goes, oh, anyway, and he had that chicken with him. I said, what do you got that chicken? He goes, that's my hawk. So I'm going, okay. All right, I can live with that. Clyde's in there bouncing around back and forth trying to entertain folks. And then he gets here. Clyde, come get this damn chicken off the counter. He's crazy. And Ralph had this little ponytail he wore. But it was, instead of a toga, it looked like Mahatma Gandhi. It was funny. We're going to have to take you home and dress you up right. But anyway, that was a good night. I remember that. But every night with Ralph was a good night. Every night. You had to be around him. It was infectious. But to know a man for 50 years, and I can honestly say I fell in love with him like a brother. He was so unique and so passionate about things that he did. Eccentric, some people may call him eccentric, but they didn't know him if they called him eccentric. He hadn't even got started yet. But we did a lot of things like that. I got to meet his mom. She was sick and she come in from Iowa. And Ralph, let's take her camping. I said, well, then let's take her to the springs, man. I said, you're kind of sick. She goes, yeah, I want to go. So you hang out. So we went. She made some Italian bread and sauce. Oh, wonderful time. Wonderful. She was the sweetest lady. And so my dad, she would get up and all the night. Let me keep an eye on this guy. I says, everybody's tried, but nobody's successful. You're along for the ride. But anyway, it was really nice. And Ralph wasn't, you tried, Debbie, tell you, Ralph wouldn't share a lot of inner stuff. Pretty quiet. He liked somebody else to have the joke or whatever. But he was very, how can I say this? Anyway, he was my brother. I've been, I'm sorry, I've been since he's been gone, having a hard time. I know I'll get over it next week. And every time I think about him, we drag out the old 8mm we did before the cell phones and stuff come along. So I've got someone who's pretty young, and I just missed him. And, I miss him so bad. But anyway, he was one of a kind. Nobody will ever be Ralph DeCicco. Nobody. And anyway, all I can say is you had to be there.
Dude, come on up. You're the next contestant. Oh.
This is your life. This is Ralph's life.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're gonna keep our eyes peeled for it.
My name is Dave Hosh. I'm with a group over here, 7 or 8 of us are Elks, and we were going to put a ceremony on, and there's been a better ceremony done already. I'm very impressed with the speakers tonight. I've known Ralph 35 years, and I got a call from him 2 weeks ago. He called me every Saturday. I went to college in Iowa, Dubuque, Iowa, and Ralph was from Iowa, Morris College, right? And he called me just during basketball and baseball, football season. He says, it's game day. It's game day. And I knew it was Ralph. I got so many stories about Ralph, and our buddies over here do too. Took him to a bunch of Gator games, and he would come down, and all the co-eds would be there. And you wonder where Ralph was. And you look around, and all of a sudden, all the co-eds are gone too. And there's Ralph over in a bush with 7 or 8 girls, 7 or 8 guys, and some smoky stuff's coming flying out. When you go to Jag games, and is Wayne here? Hey, Wayne, you look so clean cut. I've been to 5 or 6 with Wayne and Ralph, and organized. I mean, I would bring some beer. And Ralph would bring beer for us, but he didn't drink much. And Wayne and I would have a few beers, and they had their little appetizers. And when you got to that Jag game, here comes Ralph. Here comes Ralph. He knew everybody in that seat, and even cheerleaders seemed to be waving to him at the games. He was just fun to go with. I can't tell you how good an elk he was. I think how long, Jim? 40 years, maybe? And he was a boy. He came from downtown and came over to our Elks at 221. And he was a leader, and he headed our PER meetings. He helped in the golf tournaments. He did I don't know if you know about the Elks. Elks does a lot of things for seniors and military and young people. And Ralph was involved with all of them. It was just fantastic. I just wanted to come up here. I wish we had more representation, but he had so many friends at our Elks Club, and he was always going to the meetings when they were outside our clubs at Green Cove and other places, and he represented our club so well, and he'll be so missed. And the little I've seen about what's going on here, he was so well loved, and he was a prankster, and I just wanted to get up and say thank you, and I just feel like I was blessed to have Ralph DeCicco as a good buddy. Thank you.
Do I get to tell good stuff?
Okay. We're now auctioning off the microphone. 5 minutes on the microphone.
Hi, if you all don't know who I am, I'm Archer's wife. Everybody knew Archer. Ralph got Archer into the Elks Lodge. We spent many, many, many trips with the Elks all over the country. Kathy watched my youngest child when we went to Seattle. And when we were going home after we picked her up, she's in the back seat. She goes, "Burp." And I'm going, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "Kathy taught me how to do that." And it was from down here. It was so. Eric and Tony used to dance down at the Elks Lodge, play pool. Kathy and I had the same obstetrician to deliver Eric and Tony. We've had a lot of years, and I have felt really empty ever since I heard that Ralph was not here. He will be missed. We all loved him. We all have stories. I'll tell one that I won't tell the whole story, but the guy before was talking about the Elks Lodge. We were at a convention, either in Daytona or Orlando, and we were all in the hotel room. And you know the Elks Lodge was really into no drugs. Well, we were doing something in the room that we shouldn't have been doing. And any of you all that know, Wiley Dozy ran and knocked on the door. Kathy and I ran into the bathroom and hid. And Wiley just kind of came in there and went, oh, okay. I mean, he acted like he didn't know nothing. We used to go out on the balcony down at 221 Lodge. We were not doing what Elks do. But they all loved us. We were the long-haired hippies with all these old people. Well, guess what? We're the old people now. So anyway, that's it. I love it.
Little Eric.
Little.
Anybody got anything else they want to add? I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Come on, come on.
I'm trying to figure out where my chair is.
Change of perspective, slightly younger generation. I, unlike some other people here, was born into this arrangement, whether I liked it or not. And Ralph, who honestly was more of an uncle in my life than any of my actual uncles, was this strange man down the street who had all of his own folklore, a lot of which revolved around the dump, the post office, and the bank. And of course he was a recurring character throughout the tapestry of my childhood, including as my mother mentioned, scaring the, excuse my language, ever living shit out of Nick Nichols, but who was sleeping on our couch as firecrackers started going off in our driveway. And, you know, of course, he was in the kitchen at the Elks Lodge making spaghetti that I didn't really understand. And he was showing up at Christmas parties and going along with us when we went, showing us the ropes as we went scalloping and scene hatching. He was just a staple through many milestones in my life. And there's one particular moment that I don't think meant anything to anybody else, but I generally think of as a milestone, a coming of age moment in my life, and that was many of you may be aware that Wayne and Debbie Williams regularly hosted a Christmas party annually, and there was one day when I was at that Christmas party, probably like 14 maybe, when I finally understood why all of our parents were so excited when Ralph would arrive.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. In Shakespeare's time, that meant something different. I'll let you think about that. I have notes. I think the most disappointing thing today for me is that my parents repeatedly told me that they were going to name me Luigi. I mean, it was actually it was Guido, Luigi, and then the story is I came out and Mom did that thing she does and was like, I can't do it. He can't have that name in life. Guido? So it was Eric. Pop would have said it was because of Eric Estrada. Because at the time he was the rage. Mom says she's just always loved that name. And I hear it because growing up it was Rick, Eric, Rick. So we actually kind of hoped we didn't get in trouble because she would mistake our names. Yeah. You'll come in, Beyond Venue, welcome. I'm Eric, Ralph's not so baby boy. So I kind of really wanted to have the last word naturally. First, our family wants to extend our deepest and sincerest thanks, love and support we've been given over the past few weeks. We could have made it through these tough times. We've had meals, we've had visitors, we've had calls, texts, messages of love. So the support, we've really felt the support. We also want to thank you for making time to be here today to celebrate this awesome guy that we all knew and loved. We know it's a tough time of year, so it means a lot. Our hearts are full. I think the amount of people here putting up with the weather shows what kind of an awesome person Pop was. Now on to the goods. And since somebody ripped the seal off, I'm allowed to do what I want to do here, I guess. Sorry, Mom, I love you. When I was born, much to the dismay of my grandmother, my dad burst forth from the birthing room. What do you call it? That's all I could come up with. Delivery room, sorry. Yeah. It tells you how much experience I got. From the delivery room and exclaimed, "We've got a little eggplant." If only my dad would have, had foresight to know what an eggplant would come to grow and mean in culture. Coincidentally, after the birth of my daughter, while having a cocktail with my grandmother, that same grandmother, unbeknown to my dad that night, she heard him making calls to all of his close friends. I imagine most of you are here, saying, "I have a son and he's hung like me." She carried that with her for decades and did not tell my mother. So I just wanted to take this time, if I didn't get any other chance, to thank my dad for laying down the street cred before I even had the chance. I have a really vivid memory from my childhood I wanted to share. Pop and I had spent a fun night together. We always pop popcorn and watch movies. That was our thing. And I was disappointed he had to work the next morning. He was dedicated. He was a hard worker. He was up and out before the sun was risen. And that morning, I woke up to the sound of the chain on his Nissan rattling as he was backing out of the driveway. And I ran to the front door and I waved, but I just knew that he hadn't heard me or he hadn't seen me. And it shaped my day. It was awful. He got home and I told him, he was like, "Absolutely, I saw you. It made my day." And it just lifted me up. And it made me so happy. And I just have been thinking about that a lot over the past few weeks, is that's what Pop did. He lifted people up. He made them happy, even at the cost of his own happiness. And I wanted to honor that today. From a young age, my dad taught me that small acts of kindness can have a big impact. You can see this take shape in his world, the Elks Lodge, Sheet Metal Association. He loved service. He loved to volunteer. We used to spend every night, Friday night at the Elks Lodge. He definitely was a different kind of person. He marched to his own drum. I'm living proof of that. In high school, he was a thespian, a pretty devoted one, even though I didn't know that until well after I had a degree in theater. He took me to my first play. He took me to a first musical. It was Jesus Christ Superstar. When I was younger, Boy Scouts was our thing, or it really might have been the only night of the week that my mom wouldn't let us in the house before 8 p.m. When I tried to quit Scouts at age 14, he stayed quite patient with me and worked diligently to keep me plugged in. He understood the frustrations of a teenage boy, but he also helped me to understand the regrets I'd have if I didn't complete the thing I'd set out to do. He also stressed the importance of the accomplishment of Eagle Scout, and I've always carried this with me. I'm an Eagle Scout. I have maybe too many degrees, higher education, but Pop taught me to finish what I started, and I think that's important. When I was in Boy Scouts at a young age, Pop took me to Charleston to stay overnight on the Yorktown. this was a big deal for a guy that's 10 or 11. It was a fun trip. We learned a lot. We saw lots. A particular memory was the very last night. It was lights out, and we weren't ready to call it quits. So we snuck. He led a parade of us sneaking onto a part of the ship where he didn't think security would find us, where he and the other dads commenced to light a cigar, and we all played on the guns on the ship, you know, like you do. It's about 10 minutes, and the military police showed up. I just remember us trudging back unwillingly back, you know, to the bunks and going to sleep. But I always wonder. I wonder about that night, and I wonder about that cigar. A funny story I love to tell about my dad is that he was such a positive person. One time we were having a family reunion in Panama City at a lake house. So by virtue of me telling you it was a lake house, you've already assumed it was fresh water. Well, that morning before any of us woke up, my mom and my Aunt Mary Ellen took the boat out and decided to go fishing on the lake. But so we all woke up. We got up. We said, "Hey, how you doing? You catch anything?" We're on the beach. They're in the boat. They hold up these massive ringers. I'm talking about win a damn fish tournament fish. And then my brother Rick looks at him and goes, "Are those saltwater fish?" And God bless my dad. It was his wife in the boat, and he goes, "You know, man, we're close to the ocean. They can kind of get dropped in the water here." But needless to say, Mary Ellen and Mom had gone to the fish market and bought the biggest damn fish they could find and snuck them into the boat that morning. Right. So another one of my favorite stories to think about is that, God bless him, my dad's midlife crisis totally lined up with my high school years. And I became acutely aware of this and talked to Mom about it because he told us he was in the market for a new car. And I was like, yes, Porsche, Caddy, he's going to get something awesome, and I'm going to have some social elevation in high school now, not drive, you know, whatever's available. And he came home with a 20-year-old Acura that looked like Lurch from the Addams Family before him. Cigarette burns in the carpet. I mean, I always think about, but that Acura could spank. It has to get up and go. I remember that car. Last thing I want to say, a couple closing thoughts. I was in my senior year of high school, and I can't remember if it was just a random gathering. It might have been the day after the treehouse party. We were sitting on that back deck, and it was with a few family friends. And as we discussed the mountain of college that lie ahead, one of Pop's friends turned to Mom and said, "What do you want Eric to do, Kathy?" And of course she said, "I think he'd make a great lawyer. He loves to argue." I do not love to argue. I have actually prepared a PowerPoint explaining why I do not love it. So she said, I think he'd make a great lawyer. He loves to argue. Now remember, I'm sitting here and they're talking about me, but I'm 17, so that's still allowable. So this same friend turns to Pop and says, "What about you, Ralph?" And I swear I'll never forget this as long as I live. "What about you, Ralph? What do you want Eric to be?" And he took a puff on his cigar, and he looked at me, and he looked at his friend, and he said, "Happy. I want Eric to be happy." I'm not sure, like, when the right time to say that is or recognize it, but I just want everyone to know, and I know Pop knows and knew, that he gave me the tools to be happy and to be a good dad and to be a good husband. And I don't think a dad could ask for anything more or be proud of anything more. So just wanted to put that out there. He gave me his sense of humor, for sure. He taught me how to love music. And whenever you ask my dad, "How are you doing, Ralph?" he would say one of two things: goofy as ever, or slow but sure. That was almost likely the answer you were going to get. One of his legacies was the embodiment of the way and his way of living was the treehouse party, the annual treehouse party, which is celebrated more than 40 years. It's calibrated to my birth. I just said 40 this year. Right? The treehouse party was the way Pop saw life. It was joyous, free, filled with music, mischief, bombarded with delicious food, surrounded by nature, and spent with the ones we love. So my parting thoughts are to honor the memory and legacy of my dad. Stay goofy. Make life a treehouse party. The world we live in is tough enough, so when things get tough, get goofy. Smile, do something silly. Let your friends and family know how much you love them, not just by saying it, but by doing it. Go play golf with your friends. Go to Jags games and boo the other team. Thank you, Jimmy, Philadelphia. That's important. Love hard and live hard the way my dad did. Support each other and keep each other lifted. May the Schwartz be with you.
Hey guys, before we got food for everybody coming out, so I'm gonna just one quick story, kind of works with everyone that's probably leaving, going over the Days Point Bridge. So when I was 6 years old, I think that was 80, 81, 82-ish. That's about the year the bridge was being built. Anybody remember? So it was night. It was dark, and Pop was, let's go jump on the motorcycle. Hell yeah, I love riding. We go to the bridge, and it's they're working on it. It's nighttime, but they're working at night. And there's a fence, but it's open. So we take the motorcycle and go up the bridge to probably where the lines come down to support the bridge. And there's workers up top, but they don't really see us. So Pop's like, well, let's dedicate this bridge right. So me with my 6-year-old jump, and Pop with his 30-something-year-old jump. We both pissed off the bridge. So when you're going home tonight, you maybe feel a little sad that Pop's gone. Maybe that'll bring a little light to you. Just look right where the span comes down there. We both pissed off the bridge. All right, guys, let's celebrate with some Monos.
So you can't see anything?
Oh, I know. You know about that?
Are you looking at it now?
It's been way too long. Way too long. Ready to go? You got the CZ? You ready to got the CZ?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got these guys. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, look at Jim's.
I know.
Yeah.
That's your number?
That's still my number. They need to call mine.
John? Of course, you'll have mine because it's my text.
Kill two birds on one stone.
She does.
All right, you should have it.
Oh, you recognize me? Yeah. How you doing, man? Long time no see.
One more?
No, I got to work. I already sold the tickets.
Yeah, I mean, it might be.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I went to the last two games. Me and Ralph were supposed to go. Okay. Good, good, awesome. So, matter of fact, that Sunday night, we were talking on the phone, making plans to tailgate for the Sunday night or the Monday night game. You never made it.
All right. This is what it is, I guess.
Well, I'll be there.
Okay.
Are you at the White House?
Yeah. I know. There's 6 acres of hiding spots. I know every one of them. Yeah, right. Tim, I remember I haven't seen him for a while. Really? No, it's a really. The hardest part is just down at the home. Way up there. Yeah, I talk to him every week.
I was watching you just in case.
We had to, yeah, that's that situation. They messed around. He actually had a pulse. But I never want to deal with that. No, he was all like, yeah. Standing right there. It was silent until I started hearing branches breaking. And then I heard him hit the ground. Oh, that was horrible. Yeah.
Should be good. Looks good.
Yeah, right.
I know. He's still in Toyota.
Right up here at the side.
I see a hat. Yeah, but he quit. He actually had enough.
Hi.
Hey, Cindy. How are you? Jeez. How are you? Good. How old's your little girl now?
25.
Jeez, how old are you? That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Whatever, he's just as bad.
I'll ask her.
I'm trying to eliminate it because it's been like this. Because I got married.
Well, there's plenty of people that
Oh yeah, my back's screwed up. No, I did a series of injections because they wouldn't have to do surgery on it. And I was like, no. So I did a series of shots, of injections. It holds up. It's still sore, but it's holding up. So yeah, that's a drug. Of all people, a drug guy too.
No,
It was 11 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. I was running 2 M6 and 2 S1 and ran right into the back of it. No, and then I got married. Married for 3 years. She just wound up being. She wasn't the person I thought she was at all. And she was very abusive. She's a thief. She's a liar. She's a cheater. No, so then I left because we were renting in Treasure Beach. I left.
Like the ceremonial.
And they got a place in Pepperton. Got her to get
You got the hose ready?
Yeah, that was
Got a little bit.
Yeah, because I kept, the island's a small island. I kept running into her, and I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So I just called it, and she underestimated the relationship I had with my landlord. Put it like that. But yeah, I think I'm going to get going. I've got your guys' number now.
I'll message you on Facebook. Yeah,
Yeah, why don't you come to the White House and I'll call you up and get it. Just shoot me a text if you're coming. I'll shoot you in the front. You want to bring anybody else?
last time we done it, Brock's scared of heights, but he went up there with us.
And he stayed against the wall.
That was before he did. Yeah, right up against the wall.
Yeah.
I like when people do that because I don't have to wash it.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't gonna jump. Yeah, right. But yeah, call me if you want to bring whoever up there.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then take it right to motorcycle down.
We have a bike now.
Oh, I can.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was
Well, I'm glad you're good to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard that's one
yeah, I thought David would be here. He called me that morning. Oh, David, yeah, yeah, he is. Oh, you told Chuck that. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. Something must have came up.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I told him. Yeah. David called me the morning after he died.
Yeah, he told us that.
And we were making plans for the Monday night. Because we thought we didn't see each other much because they were so far away. And then David called me and told me he died. So I was just talking to him last night.
He and we were moving. He had messaged me and said,
It sure does smell good.
I'm sure they're and we had so many adventures. Sporting events, concerts, info,
I saw the text or the email.
Yeah.
He would text me and check in. But, or he would email that, but he would text.
Yeah.
Just anything about John Bryan or, just whatever.
But yeah, then jump on your trike, come on down. Or, like I said, if you want to bring anybody with you, let me know.
But they met the person that it sold to and said it's a real nice young couple or young kids. So
Later that, or I'll come up there while you drink. Stay in our bedroom. I don't drink and drive anymore. My next one is felony. That's why I'm not drinking. But nobody else. I was going to drink in the house. Everybody's going to drink. And I'm going to be like,
I haven't seen it. Not yet.
Smell some smoke. Oh, there was a lot of that. I went out. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah, his doctor told him to do it. Actually, my doctor told me to do it.
Actually, the doctor told me that if you get something straight more than stronger than what you get. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what he told me. Yeah. That was my divorce present to myself. I went to the St. Johns County Courthouse where she never showed up. And then went ahead and got, hey, good, how are you? Oh, thank you. You look great yourself. Yeah, aren't we all?
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Not for the light of heart, let me tell you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just there. Everything's good. Just had my first grandson. They were here. Yeah, Jimmy was here earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he had to go because Sarah had to be in work at 5. So. That's right. Minus 20 players, but.
Yeah. And 9 of our 11 started. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to see you again. Yeah, I'm gonna go because I live down in Crescent Beach now, so I'm like an hour and a half away. So.
Oh, yeah, that's a long way.
Yeah.
I'm just hungry.
Yeah. But yeah, I when I was coming back from the courthouse from US 1, and it was like, get your popcorn today. I was like, I'm like, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna treat myself.
With safety.
Logan went.
Yeah.
That, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't go out.
The only reason I haven't yet, and I told my doctor, very good. I can't.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the thing about that.
So I'm like, I'm not giving that up.
Yeah, I know a few people that do that. Yeah, but they, yeah. Because matter of fact, my girlfriend lives in Palm Coast, so sometimes I go farther south. I very rarely come north. I come up to see the grandkids.
Maybe we'll get together on the casino. I see you always go out on the boat.
Yeah, down there.
Yeah, we haven't done that one yet. We've always gone to like Tampa or whatever. But maybe we'll do something like that. That would be fun. You know?
Something. It's been way too long.
Yes, yes.
Let me make my rounds.
Congratulations on your video.
Oh, well, thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
please take pictures. There's bumper stickers with the Treehouse Party logo
I
and
like
his
that.
birthday.
Got
Take
that.
some photos.
I took pictures of the pictures. I didn't want to see.
No, they're yours. Take them. That's why we printed
Okay.
them.
All right. Well, I have one. There's one over there.
You can take whatever you want. Spread the
Oh,
word.
I got to sign the book.
I told my husband, the only thing if I went up to top, it would just be plain building. That would explain.
We're gonna have some live music here in a minute. He can play some John Prine. He can play some of Pop's favorite stuff. So, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go.
You got it. You got it.
I do.
I almost got one picture of Ralph if it's still there.
Like I said, you need help with the ticket.
But-
Yeah. Put up with it.
11?
Joe's rocking the creek.
But it's about the same mentality wise.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you forget.
We're gonna come back here and sit or at the table?
Come back here and see, huh? Yeah. I don't know, somewhere.
Crush it.
Yeah, old Tommy. Well, you can buy. You can buy. You can't bring your own. You gonna sit here, me?
Huh? Yeah, we can turn the chair around.
I think we start on the other side.
I see it didn't take too long.
Oh wait, there's a chair right there. Right here.
place now. There's a place over there that like keeps changing what it is. And my dad's it's like a new place. Okay, but I think I know where it's outside of the wall. So it's slightly less of a priority. So I guess we're also like now we have like three places. They're very like they yeah, true. I mean that's the best way to do it. And, you know, but yes, there are several.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I've seen it. More than I used to see it. On the left. I got other things. I got things.
Yeah, so what happened was
No, they have three up there.
yeah, you know, when I read it, I use the tablespoon. It's just 3 or 4 spoons, so it's a little bit-ish. But Kelly would generous. Yeah, Winston was extremely fine with the situation. It was not
Well, I took over.
now he's experienced.
Little hairs.
He's never been bored to like go out.
No problems.
Your plate of food very much like maybe a couple things like he has a thing and ice cream. But generally other than that, it's perfectly fine. She told me that she's more nervous to being like yeah. That's interesting. I might like to at least get a sniff of that. We're trying to do a little slimming.
Take a peek in.
Have dogs, cats,
Actually,
they're happy. They're just, you know.
that's the deepest thing.
Okay, there we go.
I appreciate that you understand the art. Really, I appreciate it.
Christmas trees.
Well, I'm honored that you say that.
So I can have this one right there.
Okay, so when I was
Wow. That's what important part of
I caught this huge fish right out there. And they brought it inside, right? Well, Papa told me that they put it in the sink, and then Papa told me not to
You
go
like
in
the
there.
yellow, the white pages?
Just right.
Why? That fish jumped out of the sink right out, and yes. And I ran away so fast and I screamed. And girl was just telling me how loud I was screaming. It was so funny. Don't let me scream. It was so funny. I mean, that fish is huge. There's a picture of it in there, actually. Yeah, no, they did. Yeah. I mean, that fish was huge. There's a camera she's standing up on the chair and she's like, they're holding it. And it's just like, I mean, I remember that story like the back of my hand. And no,
Thank you for the show. Shelly could have never shot.
Hey.
It's not there anymore, but
How you doing? You haven't seen Banana Bye, guys.
I mean, they're the better team.
It's like the old treehouse party days.
It is. That's what I was told. It was similar to a treehouse party.
Wayne, that's you got to take care. All right. Good to see you. All right. Good, man. Hey, I'll be down there for spring training. I'll be down in the beach. Way south. Take care, Ron. All right.
Debbie, I know we're talking.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do
I do need to
That was all 50 years, no matter what. Oh, yeah. I know that. Oh, when I stayed with Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it locks. You can lock it back into place.
Story is cheap. There are so many Jimmys.
Yeah, I gotta go over the
No, one standing up on the other side of the fence.
Oh, okay. The one that spoke.
Yeah. He'll give me one. I don't admire you. I was on a knee scooter for a while. That takes much more work than a knee scooter. They're dangerous. I fell off. Yeah, but that looks like a lot of work.
Mom, Mom, do you want me to take Moxie?
Can we have this? Can you take one of these?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her one of these.
What are you making?
Do you want to show for your brother?
Does he got another one?
Your son always gives me
It's my favorite reading. All right, let's go later.
Oh, God.
Here, come the other way. Lady. What?
We got the egg for we got a lot of
kept its way. Top down bars, one western train. Sadness, one brand new jokes.
I'm looking.
Lay down, gone, feel blues. The fish don't bite. Horses scream at this. John goes DeCicco John.
Yeah, she banged on the Jeep. Empty room. Sun going down. Pills in. Warm talks. Drive the streets. Mouth tastes like rain. No. Hello.
Well played.
I like your shirt. And you were gone behind. Temperatures fall. So tell Bob that you're not ready for snow comes down. Tell everybody something leaves you back. Except you, my one.
Hey, Dick. Why are you fucking hanging on the side of those? You go, Dick, just kept
When I talk, when I don't walk, when it's bad, I can't ride about low guns. Scout those stars, that's the way you shine the sun. You just go against my lips. Beauty, countryside, towns that go did it back forward, back and moving look around and wonder when the scenes that fail. Have to hear the hearts everything's for sale. Sad
we started with just in case you all are you love it. Yeah, right. Well, I you to get that over. Yeah, I drank caffeine. Oh, wait, I was soda, having coffee, or tea, or something. And then here recently, it just started out. We did that. We haven't been able to see him because we haven't been able to see him over there. Yeah, we did too. So, I mean, we want to go there where he was. It really helped him.
Feel free to like take a break and eat and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like in the brownie.
Yep.
Scrolls downstairs and goes up to
People to do off-brand stuff.
Yeah, can I share your plate?
So,
Yeah.
Oh, like,
Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of get Linda to fill in the last.
I love you, Eric.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, I remember his old school stuff. Where she talked about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, that's
And his weed.
That's what Sharon said about the weed too. Yeah.
Smart.
Funny.
On Atlantic. Yeah.
Oh, but you're eating they want stuff as you can. Don't have like NFL Network.
We tried it on ABC.
Never mind it working hard. It's who I'm working for.
Cut through there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask. I got ducks on these two. Yeah.
We just had
Eric,
cute
Eric,
Yeah,
are you asleep? That's what I heard.
Eric.
Yeah, where are you sitting? I think you have your choice.
Here I am standing at your window, waiting for you to go away. My doors was knocking on your door.
How many years ago that was?
Don't make it easy.
I was telling people that I love my little car. Took that 64 Chevy pickup truck.
And that's about me to say I it's now there's so don't bring purpose of loving is love now. Ropes that bind you, no marks got the nails. Though you're here, that don't mean I'm not wrong. Sound the hills, scream across the floor. You think you got no try to work that you don't make it move. Looking for a reason. Fortune's rocked and wheels hang around my throat. My window down with your nose. Find someone this hard. Our world selling that soul. Here I am standing at your window, waiting for you to say goodbye. Our doors were knocked on your friend's best friend. Trying to don't make it looking for a new you. Don't make it
Well, you make money tonight. Okay, I love you.
No, I don't mean fish. I got cat.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. Hey, I know. Yeah, that was a friend of mine. What is coming? Yes, this is
Okay. You don't have to get up. I got it.
I'm on it's like, okay.
When we were in because they don't stop. And it's like
out there, stupid fire like professional.
all right, run it out.
Older, I guess.
Take care of that. I already ate them. Delicious.
No, I went to the hotel. I've been
Hippie.
Karen.
I love you. Love you all.
Not good. Here.
We might go to the game.
That's fine. You take what you want. Thank you. Take the shell.
Oh, okay.
You're
I can do that. I can do that.
and then tomorrow night we're going to
Thank y'all for doing it. And Goofy Ralph with .com was great. I mean, I thought that was a great idea. I just thought, yeah, that's it, right there. He would have.
Come back and have it when you're ready. So y'all are hanging? Are y'all working or?
That's my Jaguar. She's laying on. If they're not about it, you're dead or
I wish I had gotten that.
He said, who's who?
That's what I would. I told her to put some postcards up.
Summer Mary will be there.
That was a great guy. Unique, wonderful. The full pack.
She always was back there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
She does it. She always tells me she would.
So yeah.
She always tells me. I felt so bad because I.
It must have been the socks. I think I had the same glasses.
I'm calling it a night.
I'm just gonna go.
You done?
Buy some firewood. And
Poke me with a big fork, I'm done as hell. I'm gonna be like that turkey on National Lampoon's Vacation or next Christmas, and you poke it. Ain't nothing in it. That's me. I'm done. I will. I need the address.
I'll text it to you.
So you got my number?
I don't know. That's what I will.
I'll go for it.
I mean, I got your messenger, so I messaged you. I'll text you better. All right.
812
Yeah.
786 07
Okay.
Well, Andy, you look like you're froze.
I am also shaking.
Oh my God.
No.
Jacket though.
Well, I got a jacket and I got a sweatshirt, I got a shirt.
Well, that's
what I should have.
Honestly, I don't know.
Say yours
No, we're loving it.
Yahoo.
Everyone's talking about how great you are. We're just very quiet.
No.
Yeah, no worries.
Where are you?
I'm going to the hotel. I'm going to the and it's quick.
Yes, we love yours.
Sorry, were we walking you guys in?
So I'll pass it.
Yeah, no, we're not doing anything this year.
We love you.
Ralph always used to ask me if I had do any house, so I guess I'll do the same thing. I know anything about it.
Take pictures of pictures.
Where's your mom go?
Oh.
Oh.
Thanks.
Sorry, buddy. Out at my uncle's on Heckscher for a memorial service for him. Catch up with you when you come to town.
We're just gonna start the karaoke.
Love seeing you as well, period. Finishing up the memorial service, I don't have to drive. Headed back into town. I'll text you if you want to meet a bunch of our Sunday group. We're going to go out.
The beat is like 10 meters ahead of me.
The same one?
Was it the summertime you knew from working this?
Okay, I'm not doing
It's often in life.
Yeah, let's go. Show them. No. Karaoke is not.
Not for you. Opera karaoke started.
Cool, cool.
Oh, what's that?
There's always open.
That's like one of those things that.
It is. If you don't do it perfectly, it will also press my soul. And it didn't.
That's how I feel about people covering songs. Like, if you can do it, go for it.
Yeah. But you can't, so don't. Just kidding.
Hey, my son asked me what opera was. Hey, what's opera? Exactly what I could say.
What'd you tell it?
I pulled up a movie in a car and I was like, listen to this. So he like, it made it 30 seconds. Not for me. Yeah, he ate.
I think it was for Eric.
Would you get that basket out there and any papers and move them under the tent, maybe?
Great Gatsby at the Met. Let's go. Eric damn near broke his ankle getting off the plane. Buster's there and they're turning it. The guy goes, this cross is my friend.
What's up? What you got?
I'm going quick.
What you got?
If you have
My girl introduced this drink to Cat. Yeah.
So what is it? Oh,
Fireball.
so intermission.
Oh, yeah.
Take a pudding with Buster feeds over this company. Stuff like that. I don't know about you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Never came back.
Oh my God. Happy?
Where are you?
Yeah, I've never told words out.
Today, today 5 times a day.
Yeah, I love
Well, you know why? No, I don't know it because when I lived in Nashville.
Except for Apple.
Sorry. But there's always a girl walking around with boyfriends. And she's like,
That's the one.
and that was the one. That was the one she knew. And so I never learned that
She's
one.
knowing the right way.
She always had something she did. And then when I actually heard the song,
It's a very simple song. Even Bonnie Raitt does it.
yes.
And it's
But like,
Yeah, I heard that's hilarious.
Well, we went to high school together. Jack is, he was a senior when I was a freshman. But like, we've crossed paths.
So here's such love. If it's like an outdoor gig where it's like, well, not right. I don't have enough dynamics for that. I don't have any sense of any. I can't go out there. I'm like,
That's classic.
Blue Jays agree. Mary always was on. That's great. So that's a lot. At least we're up here. Yeah. The whole point is that.
You can have these while you're making the next one.
Oh, she's like kind of famous. Isn't she? Okay, that's why.
Debbie Stay?
Yes, yes, yes. Can't Debbie drink? Yeah, something like this.
I'm good. No.
That's the one I wanted.
What type of coffee?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll mix it. It is Irish cream though. I don't really
This lemonade is the one. I know the
when you're putting on like sugar and everything else over there, it's full of
So I got another black and
When I'm
white.
playing golf in the beverage cart, I was
And we'll get a coffee.
staring at the saddest little. I'm 40, I'm not dead.
I love you anyway.
That's what I'm telling
No. It's
She constantly keeps me away.
I get a like one of those latte syrups that you can get at like.
We're talking about taking the trip.
I think that forgives her Christmas.
She was taking another plan. She was making other plans for Linda. I was thinking, I thought we were going to go out
One
of
of them
town.
had almond shop, and they were like not. I love coconut. Some people love or hate coconut. I
Well, I don't have it. I gotta call the people that have the property.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I love it.
Party day. They'll come around eventually when they realize there's tax revenue on this
I was like 30.
They made like $30 million off of new tax. So all it takes is one
They're delicious, but it's just
I was doing the same thing. I mean, a long time.
Me too.
Yeah. 35 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm good. Chill.
They you let me swap it around.
I'm gonna see my mom tomorrow. I have not. I was not telling her I was doing this or anything. She's watching the show. Guess who I saw? She's gonna selfie. That's facing the wrong direction. That's great. One of them will have eyes in them, and the other one won't. It just depends on when you took it. You're looking at one.
March 11th. Okay, I'm gonna put it
so this is like
Yes.
$1 billion.
Yes, I do. I was talking to the Riverview Savings and a surprise. Let me see a surprise. That I don't remember. I'm so drunk.
Maybe it's the right way to do it.
Yeah, but I mean,
What is what?
I didn't think it was anyway.
I'm still on my first one.
I was married back for like 6.5 years, and I feel like that was my maybe if you want to go inside, Debbie is inside. Debbie is inside. Say it's cat. Let me in.
Well, see, then they that lowers their expectations and anything else
Oh, yeah,
can only
it's
be better,
Yeah,
right?
we're cordial enough.
Well, I did say something to his mom recently about. I put the today at the shower.
Tree guy?
It was noticeable. I said, well, I'm glad.
I had a nip in my backyard and my nephew was trying to cure from Utah. He's like,
And that'll be here.
I don't know if you've known me for 30 seconds. Do I look like I know how to work a chainsaw? Not a chainsaw. No, I was like, relax. Yeah, maybe at best. I'm at best like I'd be out there with like a butter knife. So I called my nephew because he was like,
Okay. And then it was a
chocolate. I brought her
look at
a
this tree.
chocolate square.
My room for his head. So I think I'm giving him half of it. That's different. And I was like, oh, thanks. You know how.
I don't remember that.
Think it's down. He's like,
There's a lot I didn't
just
remember.
piles up. It's like, it's done.
You fill me up
The whole
on.
thing, the thing's gone. I did not get approval from my HOA. I hope they're okay with me.
That's my cousin.
We had met before, we just called you.
We live 2 doors down. Yeah, right outside his door.
Yeah. It's a good brand. It's a damn good brand.
It's October 11th.
At least you know.
So we got married overnight, so I'm thinking that the shower must have been.
Just chilling, just eating your minnows, just feasting.
Well, lucky for me.
I thought you were saying birds. I thought it was like birds just came and feasted on
My cousin Bubba has been wrestling alligators since he was a little baby. Like my whole life, I've known him.
Man, it was delicious. Thank you.
And now,
Anyway, just enjoyed the very Mandalore.
Just one-handed it, just flipped it into the water.
It was Mandy. It was fucking playing Mandy. I swear to God, it was playing Mandy. Oh, you hate? She hates Barry Manilow. Because I called her up and I'm like, you want to go to Vegas to see Barry Manilow? She's like, oh, I love you. Fucking hate.
We both had cut-offs and darker tops and flip-flops, and we were dirty. And we were looking good back then, girl. We looked good.
Yes, ma'am.
We were dirty. I don't even remember which part.
Barry Manilow.
I'm sure.
yeah, as soon as he told me, I was like,
See, I would have gone and got like cheese or something. Threw it far. It looks like cheese. Like the window.
alligators like cheese, right?
Lure it somewhere else. Better food.
Same one. That's Wayne Newton.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was both.
I was telling no Saturday on that. I was telling your mom because I was like,
I almost left too much time in between.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be very long.
I was actually Jacksonville women's champion.
Me too. Me too. I like Jack
There you go.
Well, that was a job.
I'm gonna go look.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to check with them soon.
As far as I remember, there were probably a few people. There were people that thought I was butch or gay or I don't know.
Mommy, you good?
Get a plate? Well, then we became good friends. It was hit me out. Diane was one of the ones. Yes. Yes. There was the boyfriend from, there was the boyfriend, Terry, from Detroit. Now, I don't know how we met these guys. We met these guys from Detroit. I don't know if you and her.
Y'all be careful going home. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, yeah, that's when she was dating.
Love you guys.
She was in love, and then she met the guy she married.
And that's what.
That would be it.
Yeah, we can see you guys.
See you next time.
All right. We'll have to get Romeo together. Get Kathy to go with us.
Yep.
That's the last time I saw her. Y'all gotta keep me up today. Well, I only have one phone now, but I did have three at one point. What happened? And they had that little girl. A big girl. I met her daughter. And she wanted me to make sure every time she knew who I was. She'd never met me.
Move that cane out the way if you
No,
want.
I'm good. I just want to sit down. I haven't eaten all day.
That's good to eat something.
And she had a heart attack.
Joseph had those made. Nephew Joseph had those made.
Oh, okay. That's great. Is that a family function for today, or is it for friends?
Today?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's not available. Because I use it a lot. I didn't even notice they were around. I heard good reviews about your play that you were in at Alhambra. Did you like that? Did you have fun? Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I should look at Facebook.
I'm sorry, I missed you. Got anything else coming up? No.
Nothing yet.
You really enjoyed that.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry I missed it.
Well, it was sold out very quickly.
Yeah. Oh, Chris.
Very hot, very hot.
We're getting Natalie Wood for you.
Who's shooting? Was that Natalie Wood? I mean, it could be.
It's been so long since I've seen
Yeah.
it, but I believe the merino hair, her.
Yeah, she was Susan.
Yeah.
She was.
The Natalie Woods. She was married to
Well, I understand
Jack
Chris
Wagner,
Edwards.
murderer.
That's what, I
They
didn't
were
even think it
talking
seemed
about,
that's
they
what
were
Derek
talking
was
about
doing.
Natalie
Yeah,
Wood.
right. Yeah, I was talking.
And I
It's
just,
such a
I
good
just
time.
saw a
Then I
thing
told them that we
about
have tickets for,
how the
we have
preacher
a gift
Jack
card for
Wagner
them.
was murdered.
So that's what made me think, well, if she's gonna be in something else, then you'll just wait.
I don't know. There was
So
something
go
she was
back
talking
to
about.
what I just announced.
I can't remember what it is. But she is turning into her parents.
Yeah.
She really has all got my heart.
But you know, her husband used to be my boss when I did school.
A couple of weeks ago, or just before
I
Christmas.
don't know what it was.
What's that next one? No, what was the other?
Wait, A Christmas Story.
No.
Nothing coming up you were thinking about?
I mean, sometimes you can go couple, but
She asked her dad. Okay, it's a chain where you go in and you pick out what animal you want. And you build it from scratch. They stuff it for you. You name it, you pick out what clothes you want to have. Exactly.
Like all of our families are here.
Yes.
I did.
So I've taken a nap with it. He's in there. He's almost there with the blanket.
All my family.
She's a real sweetheart. They just need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
We would go during, so we would go during without her. And I mean, it got cold at night. And that happened during like first week of September. That's when it happened. And it's already like chilly at night. Like, oh, I thought you said a couple weeks ago. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, it's fucking cold. Yeah, that's that.
Warm mud, porta potty.
Yeah, how are you?
So you've been to high school college?
Well, this is great. I get to take a week to listen to them too.
Is that not well, you know, when I was calling around, somebody said, people I said, you know, 100. They told me 2 porta potties with service. I said, not my you know, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm older, you're older, you gotta go.
Tomorrow. Hold up with
He would, he tells guys, go out and
I can borrow. I can pull the address again. Lights, they flash in the evening.
they're probably using it small size, but I don't think it was.
A hole in the tray.
Not just a gator bowl, which look at all those fireworks out there.
Jesus rides beside me. Any flow. Hurry up, ain't you had enough of this stuff? Dirty floors built my joke. Ceiling high, and bolts
I don't want to play baby.
Get shy.
Just tell right there. Just tell right there.
Lights, they flash in the evening. Through a hole in the tray. sound me home when I'm sleeping. I can't hardly wait. Can't wait. I can't wait. No, I can't wait.
Just go back the first time we met. We were in last place. They got us a trophy back in the jacket. I used to keep that trophy up wherever I was. And then Wayne would tell me that he took that place. You know, it was a similar type of trophy. And he got one. He keeps it next to the golf ball where he hit the hole in one. He says it's equally proud of both of them. I said, I can understand that. It works is to fall in the last place. All right.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, flame eyes and auburn hair and ivory skin, nice emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your eyes is just like summer rain, and I could never compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. No, I can easily understand how you can easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 just don't take him just because you can. Now you can have your choice of man that I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this charm with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 just don't take him, he even though you can. Jolene.
Just give me the first chord there. There's not a bridge in the song, is there?
Yeah, she says all this.
No, I slept. Wake up.
Yes, yes, yes.
She slept.
I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another. Child is growing old. The dreams were lightning. Thunder were desire. This old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel. Your eyes from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. That was a long time. No matter how hard I tried, years just flowed by like a broken down thing.
Oh, they weren't necessarily.
Make me an angel.
But they learned a lot.
Eyes from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Oh, just give me one thing that I can hold on to. So believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Joseph, yeah.
There's flies in the kitchen. I can hear them buzzing.
Thanks. You
I
guys
ain't
need one more?
done
I got one
nothing
more if you guys want one
since
more.
I woke up today. Now a helpful person who work in the morning,
Pictures from
come
I had
home
them
in the
in Los
evening, have nothing
So I had them
to
out in
say.
LA this past February, and that was a picture when I took him up to the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and he was just tickled because we're sitting there the first day, the Thursday in February, and he just kind of hits me, so, and he goes,
I can hold on to.
there's only like 12, 13 people around the green, and he goes, because Bill Murray was playing, and this lady next to us had a picture from Groundhog Day of the groundhog driving, going, "Don't drive angry," and it was fucking Groundhog Day that day. So, and he goes over, and Bill Murray's like, "I gotta take a picture with this lady," so I took a picture with Bill Murray. Yeah. And he's So that was him eating a big bowl of whatever, like sheep crab soup or something. And that was last time I got to actually see him, you know. He came out for about a week and a half. And we just had a time. And he got to see, because, you know, Caddyshack, all those things. He got to see Bill Murray. So,
We used to keep on talking about going down here and yeah.
Yeah.
He used to probably open up
Murray brothers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we kept talking about going down there when they were there.
I think they fucking just closed that.
Well, they did because they just closed the World Golf Village thing.
Yeah, because it was never doing much business, I guess.
Right, well, that and they moved. No, they moved
The Hall of Fame.
the Hall of Fame thing. They moved that. Yeah. I can't in the golf course. It's just a golf course now where they don't have the Hall of Fame.
Right, and they've got I think the beer and the slammer and blah 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 blah. I played a couple of those courses down there, but yeah, I never made it there. I never made it there.
We never did either.
Do something.
I can't remember. It was something about. It was all
Political and money and
yeah,
all that. You know.
I mean, even though the PTA is here in Ponte Vedra, they thought that they could transfer that.
I think they're thinking more Orlando these days.
Yeah, I
With
heard,
a lot of
I heard
it.
North Carolina at one time too, but I
okay.
don't know. I don't know what the
Pinehurst. I think they're basing it out of Pinehurst. I think I heard something about that.
Right. Yeah,
Some big course up there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And I'm not a golfer.
I love golf. And that guy would show up and he'd be in loafers.
Yeah, right.
Loafers. No socks.
Yeah.
Didn't give a damn.
No, about all that.
Yeah.
It was social, whatever you want to call it. It was all about personality with him. And he was. Yeah, and he was.
Thank you. You as well.
Your whispering song. Walk me in my ear. I will sing it long. Honey, tell me how your love runs true.
I don't care about that. I care about this.
How I can always count on you. There when the bullets fly, run across the river just to hold you tonight. Are you going to walk that way, or we going to but my heart is sweating bullets from the surface. It has raced like a little feather, calling out the clouds for rain. I go running through the thicket. I go careless through the thorns. Just a for a minute, with me warm. Hold me close, my dear. Sing your whispering song. Softly in my ear. I will sing it long. Honey, tell me how your love runs true. And I can always count on you. Be there when the bullets fly.
Not now. Wait till we get to the car.
Hold you.
It'll be hard to pick you up.
I think that's that. We should start. By the way, this is good. Yeah. I don't know where we're gonna put it, but we're gonna put it away. I gotta use the restroom real quick. Yeah. What's that?
Eric said you know what to do, and then I said, let's just put it back.
I'm sitting in Florida kid in line yesterday. Roll fruit fly, hopped around the map. Radio's playing such a
It's my cousin.
That's why I read
Midnight, it was black ties, black in the Bible. Living in using the space between us, bar prop bass and laughter.
started singing. Said, oh, I gotta listen to it.
For the last night of the world, what could I do? What could I do? That's different. Unless it was I learned to child. I trust in my body. Hear that I believe you.
Careful, get ready to take off. All right.
We all have to be happy.
Lovely idea. You would have. You would and you love the people of children. You love them and you love them. We are sorry for your loss. Thank you. And yes, we will, and we'd also like to be notified at some point.
Is your place as good as it looked online?
Yeah.
Do you like football?
We only have 5 of us last night.
See, I love.
See you guys later. Lots of love.
I had to walk away.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, it's already. I didn't find it.
Eric said I'm not done yet. He's plugging in lights.
No, all right. We ordered food. We brought food. Bought food. She wanted to go public before she even showed up. There you
No,
go.
but we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna.
Talking about it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, but she's like, she wants to bring a bunch of things.
Yeah, but I want to make a couple dips and things like that. Like,
That's fine. But yeah, for me.
Yeah, good stuff, right?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll make like a spinach dip and stuff like that, just so people can know. No, you don't need to.
Yeah, oh, what you do?
Yeah.
We'll take some fun.
We'll have Betty.
In the morning, when I close my eyes, you say, you died. While the room was flowing like
Can we score this point chat as the 3?
Oh my gosh. It's literally
but if it's true,
fucking incredible. I'm sorry, I just.
Oh, and they're just gonna be like, see, and we're gonna be like, no.
was on the party. You were meant to play party.
Yeah, I just talked with your mom. She goes, I said, bring a little bit. Yeah. We're gonna make some dips and stuff,
Like finger food.
but I mean, we're gonna have all the damn day.
Getting it
We're gonna have all that day.
Whoa, right on the
Your mom doesn't fucking do that.
whoa.
Yep.
And Eric.
And here.
We call it
Yeah, I think that might be.
and a depth that I love. in the evening, when you see my eyes, looking back at you, no disguise. I'm still wondering, you know it's me. Oh, what if it's true? Better ask them inside. Whoa, seem to be two. One's his love, the other one hides. Yeah, we call it love. A day full of seeds I have sown. Hey, you say that I've grown ways yet to be shown. Oh, if I don't know, I know what your heart calls.
That's what Alabama.
We call it love. And love.
Aaron. Oh shit, I gotta do one for that. What am I thinking? What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! Nice.
Woo!
Thank
You need to
you.
go take all Shaq's gigs because he's gonna retire soon, right?
He's dead.
Aaron, come here.
Yeah.
You got
Come on.
his market pin, dude.
Aaron.
I'm coming.
Here you go. Yeah.
Fire story was awesome.
Camera was freaking alcohol. Oh,
Chicken man.
I think she's inside, right?
She's upstairs, right? Yeah. She's sitting in the chair.
I'll bet you could. I'll bet you could.
Let's do it. Let's do it together.
His house too. Gonna pour one and get ready.
Nah, I gotta go home. We make shot by briefly. I'll give you my number and I'm gonna text you.
There's trouble.
Yeah, you can call me. Man. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, we got an TV. We got an TV.
Everything dies, maybe everything that dies,
Free time here, upstairs. I'll come on down here. You taking those?
Out there, we got
Well, I don't know where they're supposed to go. I don't know.
Take one of them. Oh, we got more food.
But you know
Oh,
what
I know
I'll
that
do?
you bringing some.
I'll make little sliders.
Yeah, and I'll bring some tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I can bring some.
And I'll
Side of the
Sorry, you guys had out.
not quite yet, but it's
Oh, yeah.
everything dies. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. But you make
Yeah, I probably will drink some. Okay.
everything dies, maybe that's everything. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back.
Your dad used to cry. But we're gonna actually, she's been to Bruce before, but we're gonna go to Bruce All right, I'm texting you the number. The address.
I don't really want to wash it. Oh, the train. Yeah, let's toss that.
Woo!
That's the appropriate response.
Can you give them tips? Huh?
1629 Ingleside Avenue. Gotcha.
I'm sure he would love it. I mean, you know, it's fun.
Big hawk right there.
My bones are aching.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Set it.
Come home late, you come home early. Come on, babe, when you're feeling small. Come on straight, come on curvy. Sometimes you don't come home. What in the world has come home?
So you want me to clean this?
Yeah, we can take it.
Yeah, and you can take pictures and stuff like that.
What in heaven's
Yeah, I
name?
saved the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw the doilies out.
Pile here for tissues and water.
11. And Shelf.
Broken the speed of the sound. Out there runs beyond the run.
You guys I'm sure you want to keep this.
I got a heart that burns with a feet. I got a world in jealous light. How can a love last forever?
Are you putting the pictures in that basket? I have a stack of them. Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, you left so far behind.
Y'all get plenty of pictures and stuff.
What in the world has come on? What in heaven's name can be done? Broken the speed of the sound of out there running just to be on the run.
might actually tap that. There we go. Sorry. Don't throw away shots.
No, of course not. Come on. What in heaven's name have you broken the speed of the sound? Out there run, speed on.
I'm like, wait here,
Out there run, speed on.
Woo! Thank you for playing, Luke. Yeah.
Woo! We used to be like Billy Madison. Rock on! Oh, and we still got a few people with us on the live stream, maybe.
Really?
We're in and out, folks. Peace out. Love y'all.
Maybe we might need to give Luke some light somehow.
Okay, I'm going to make